Welcome. Please subscribe, thumb up the video, share it to your social media. This is a fan theory for the show called From. It is on MGM Plus. It is a fan theory that contains spoilers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Jasmine.
I only came to say goodbye.
Why? Wait, I don't understand. Just please talk to me.
Why won't you let me in?
You know why. I can't. Please, just stay and talk with me.
You said you liked me.
I do.
I can't keep coming here, knowing I'll see you but never get to feel you. Knowing you're afraid of me, that you're disgusted by me.
No.
You always tell me how lonely you are in there. You have no idea how lonely it is out here. It wasn't my choice to be this way.
This is the interaction between Jasmine and Kevin. Jasmine convinces Kevin to let her in the home by opening the window. She goes in there and she takes his life. Jasmine says something that was very unique in that she didn't ask to be this way. From Christie's autopsy, the smiley monster is human but doesn't look human.
Now close the window, quick.
Jasmine says, close the window quick. I genuinely believe that Jasmine and the other creatures, they are human and they're evolved in that they actually do not want to hurt people, but it's almost uncontrollable. Kind of like when you may smell a steak you weren't planning on eating, but now that you've smelled a steak, you see a steak, now you want to eat said steak. I believe that the creatures are no different. And when Jasmine came in and said, close the window really quick, she genuinely did not want the other creatures to come in and she wanted to spend time with Kevin.
See? Just the two of us.
Just the two of us.
My handsome boy.
Your hands are so warm.
Your hands are so warm. Further evidence that the creatures are human.
Did you think they would be cold? Kiss me?
Jasmine has made physical contact, even kissed Kevin, and moves back like a human would when it comes to kissing someone, perhaps for the first time. Kevin and Jasmine are actually going into full makeout mode. As they start kissing, they're getting hot and heavy. Notice how Jasmine's face starts to change. And I think it's because she is feeling Kevin with her hands. She's tasting him. And now the feeling of hunger is taking over. Similar to how when you see a steak, you smell a steak. Now you're hungry. When you take your first bite of the steak, you're hungry. The senses in your mouth or the saliva in your mouth, it starts to kind of give you like a little buzz, letting you know that not only are you hungry, but you can feel it in your gut, but you can also feel it in your mouth, in your neck. And it's almost like an uncontrollable feeling that gives you the need to feed. Jasmine's no longer into the kiss, and look how she's looking at Kevin. She's looking at his ear, his hair. She's starting to get that sensation of being hungry. And now her fingernails have morphed into the creature fingernails. She's clawed his back. Now she's starting to bite his tongue. She's ripped his tongue from his mouth. Kevin has started bleeding out his mouth. He backs away. She spits out his tongue. Jasmine has blood on her mouth and she hasn't turned into a creature yet or shapeshifted into the creature form. She's still in the human form. As Kevin backs into the wall, now we see her start to slowly morph into the creature form. Her teeth have started to change and now she's going to go into full creature mode in order to devour Kevin. I don't believe the creatures can help eating humans. I think they have to eat humans. They have no choice. Here's Kevin on the ground. If you notice, Jasmine hasn't ripped open his chest. It's almost like she drained his blood just enough for her to be fed. And I think that whenever we see someone with their chest ripped open, organs missing and everything else gone. I think those are other creatures who come behind the creature that made the kill, and they're devouring other stuff in order for them to get blood and organ tissue. Jasmine knows that she's going to eventually open the window for more creatures to come, and they're going to go throughout the house and take out more people. I think at this point, when she's cleaning herself off and she's reverted back to her human form, because she didn't have to go back to her human form. I believe they shapeshift to creature form to eat, then they revert back to being human. I think Jasmine and a lot of other creatures, the ones that keep themselves clean as far as their clothes and their skin, I believe that they're human. They understand what they are. They know full well what they're doing. They, including her, what we're witnessing now, they clean themselves off because they still mentally see themselves as human. I believe that the reason why they're chasing the humans, devouring the humans, drinking blood and all that, I believe that whatever did this to them, maybe through experimentation or what have you, whatever did this to them, they are trying to not only survive, but perhaps go back to being human by devouring humans. And they still retain their humanity, and that's the reason why Jasmine's cleaning herself up. And we're going to see her clean her clothes as well. She looks in the mirror. She almost looks and seems remorseful on what she did, but she has no choice. And to me, it's no different than, let's say, you're raised on a farm around cows, pigs, chickens. You name the animals, play with the animals, you raise the animals from birth to adulthood, and then you have to slaughter one of them for food so you can live. You feel somewhat guilty about it, but you know, and you come to understand that you're slaughtering these animals so you can survive. And I think that's the way Jasmine's looking at herself in the mirror right now while she's cleaning herself up. And she even looks like she hates herself. She looks dead inside. She almost looks like she's depressed. This part is very significant because why would a monster take time to wash herself up, look remorseful and dead inside, and even take time out to clean her blouse after taking someone's life if she was truly a monster and didn't really care about things such as grooming? Even the way she rubs her blouse, looking dead inside, it's almost like she's going through the motions of trying to cleanse her sin, but it doesn't work. And then she takes time out to open up the window. These creatures, in my opinion, have a kinship with each other, because why would she take time out to open a window when she's already inside and she could have a feast with everybody who's in there? But I believe that she's opening up the window because she wanted Kevin as a meal to herself, or she wanted to spend time with him because she was somewhat intimately connected with Kevin. But she's opening up the window because she wants to feed the rest of her family. No different than you may have a pack of wild dogs or a pack of wolves, how even though they have the opportunity to get all these other animals that they may have cornered or something, they still howl for the other animals in their pack to come be with them because they're wanting to share and feed the rest of the pack. And the camera goes out the window and pans over, and we see the rest of the creatures starting to make their way to the window.
We heard a voice on the radio. He knew my name, knew what my wife was doing in the house, in the basement.
Jim,
I think people are watching us. We've got to start working together on this.
I gotta go, Jim.
After hearing this, I had a theory that maybe the creatures were psychic. Maybe they are. Maybe they have telepathy. Who knows? But I think now I have a new theory as to how the creatures know everyone's name. They were able to see Tabitha in the basement, and they knew Jim Matthews' first and last name. And I think they're dealing with entities that are invisible, that are around them 24/7. Even when they go inside of homes with the talisman, these invisible entities can see them, and they're communicating with the forest, and the forest is communicating with the creatures. I believe that the quote unquote invisible creatures, that this is how they look when they're not being invisible. And I believe these are Victor's drawings. I just do not believe it's possible for Victor to have been in Fromville by himself for years. No adults, no human contact, and he didn't come in contact with these invisible creatures. And he understands the situation to the point where he knows that not only is there no escape, but there's no point in even fighting against the forest or Fromville, because the harder you fight, the worse off things are. I believe the invisible entities or creatures revealed themselves to him. They groomed him and raised him. He's seen them, he knows about them. And the reason why he's not educating other people about what he experienced while he was there is because he not only sees Fromville as his home, but he also sees the creatures and the invisible entities as something that he has to bargain with. So imagine, whether the previous theory that I have is true or not, just imagine hearing or knowing that there's something that is watching you, that sees you in homes, digging in the bottom of a house. There's something that knows your name. It can talk and communicate with you, and something that's watching you probably 24/7. You're talking about possibly ghost creatures or entities that are God tier. Your existence is basically hopeless at that time, because you're going to be fighting against something that knows what you're doing to defend yourself and protect yourself while you're doing it, and you can't see it. This same entity is either responsible for or involved with creating the creatures. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate the support. Let me know in the comment section your thoughts. Thumbs up the video, share to social media, subscribe, click the notification bell, thumb up the video, share everywhere. See you next time. Thanks for watching. Go forth, do great things, and I'm out. Peace.
The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera.